Hi, my name is David Fleming from Disciples Ignited YouTube channel, where we are focused on Jesus, advancing his kingdom and preparing his disciples. Now, we've been studying about Bible-inspired prayer, and we've been looking specifically at the Lord's Prayer that's found in Matthew chapter 6, verses 9 through 13. Now, today we want to look at verse 11 again, where Jesus taught us to pray, "Give us today our daily bread." But this is what I want to point out to you. Jesus, as we have already taught, is really thinking back at how the Lord provided the manna for the Israelites in the wilderness. Jesus called himself the bread that came down from heaven. So let's look back at how the Lord provided the manna to the Israelites when they were in the wilderness. We read about it in Exodus chapter 16. Let's look at verse 4. Then the Lord said to Moses, "I will rain down bread from heaven for you." But it gets real interesting when we look at verse 15. So the Lord's going to rain down bread from heaven. They called it manna. Look at verse 16. This is what the Lord has commanded. Everyone is to gather as much as they need. Emphasis on everyone. So that meant that if you wanted to eat that day, you had to go out before the sun came out and you had to gather the manna that you were going to be eating for that day. Everybody in the family was responsible to go out and get their own manna. Now, what is the Lord teaching us in this? If you want to eat, you've got to work with the Lord with that which he has supplied, and you've got to gather it together. Now, this is teaching us something about prayer. Jesus is available to everyone, but if you want to receive more of Jesus, you've got to get in his word and you've got to begin to study what the word teaches us about Jesus. If you want to have an encounter with Jesus, then you need to pray, expecting by faith that the Lord is going to reveal himself to you by his Spirit. He's going to open up your spiritual eyes and you're going to have a revelation deep in your spirit that Jesus is Lord. So remember, Jesus is available to everyone. But if you as an individual want to have an encounter with Jesus, it's up to you to seek him for yourself. Now, you can go to church and you can have a great preacher preaching the word and with a great anointing upon his life or her life, and the Lord can truly move in the service, and you really might not get too much out of it. What's the problem? Well, the problem is not the pastor. The problem is not the anointing. The problem is not the revelation. No, the problem is you. You've got to have a seeking, hungry heart for more of Jesus. So I want to encourage you. Get up early in the morning and begin to seek the Lord for yourself. Just like the Israelites did when they were in the wilderness. They had to get up early in the morning and gather that manna so that they would have something to eat. Are you hungry for more of Jesus? Then seek him for yourself, and he will reveal himself to you. Get in the word, get in prayer, and Jesus is going to meet with you. There's more to learn, though, about Bible-inspired prayer, so join with me tomorrow, and we'll get into the word and learn some more. See you tomorrow.